Okay, read that. Okay, no intro. Well, I'm not even sure how many people are gonna watch this, or if anyone's gonna be in, but I just wanted to get this out. So, came back home, right? Went on YouTube, I was watching like shorts or whatever, and I saw a thumbnail that said that Charlie Kirk died, which is like, I thought it was a joke at first, like, I really did, because like, death hoaxes, it's not, it's not a random thing on the internet, but like, man, um, I was really numb to see that it was actually true and that this happened. Um, yeah, man, it's like it's still sinking in that this happened. I mean, I don't see, I don't see how any rational person would make this, would respond in that way. You see someone who's like speaking a political opinion, they're only like saying words. They're not saying anything else. They're just speaking what they think is right, right? And somehow someone thinks that justifies murder. Um, it really made me realize how desensitized we are when we see people call for people's deaths on the internet. Like it's so easy for people to ask to call for someone to die or like send death threats and stuff, and you know, we see it every day. So it's become a regular part of the internet. And for something like this to happen, I feel like there needs to be like some sort of change. Like I feel like something needs to be done about how people act on the internet. And this behavior is it's crazy, man. Like I feel like I can't. It's like I can't fucking breathe right now. All right, this type of senseless murder. This, I don't know what's going on with people these days. Like they, these people are so quick to let go of their empathy and their humanity, and they're so quick to turn into fucking animals. Some really sad shit. You can't, you can't even, you can't even speak on an opinion without, without getting shot, without getting murdered on the street because of a disagreement. And I never wanted to bring anything political on my channel, right? I wanted to keep this strictly like, you know, regular content, fun content. I didn't want to like ruin the mood or anything, but um, this channel has become like an outlet for me, right? Um, I feel like I feel like the world has become so stricken, so strict, and you're always walking on eggshells, and no one ever wants to hear the truth. And you have people, right, like that fucking animal that killed Charlie, who act that way just because you think a certain way or have an opinion, right? So I'm always walking on eggshells. Me, I can never express myself because I feel like I'm too much, and the opinions and the values I have push people away from me. But then you see people like Charlie, like these political commentators who, right, who push past these like political norms and they ignore what these people have to say about them, and they just say what they think, and they have confidence in what they say, and they don't care how people react to, their truth. And I don't ever want to be scared on this channel to express myself. It's just so really sad. It's a really sad day it is. Well, I have this saying that I always keep to myself. This saying, um, that the thing that separates human beings from animals is self-control. It's emotional control. Because animals, they don't think. It's just instinct. They don't care. The only thing they care about is themselves and their survival. But when you see human beings, when you see human beings do shit like this, you just fear for how humanity and people and society is gonna look years from now. He didn't even do anything. He just went out. He just visited universities, and he just had an opinion that he believed in. He just talked, and you know, you have all these people calling for his death, and we're so used to that we never take it seriously online. And it's just when it finally, something like this finally happens, right? And people are celebrating this shit. It's really fucking sick. These fucking disgusting, disgusting, vile people on Twitter right now are saying some really heinous shit. It's really fucking sick. Okay, you have some people, some people who are, talking about this. But you also have some people like this fucking fucknut right here who are celebrating his death. This fucking idiot. What the fuck is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? How can you cheer on death like this? He didn't even do anything illegal. He just had an opinion. All right. And he was brave enough to share that opinion in public. And that's what you think? You think something like that deserves death? You think someone deserves to die of just having an opinion? And you have a lot of people talking about like gun control because he was like an advocate for gun control. And it's like, people don't change. And people are always going to find a way to kill. All right? Humans have been killing for thousands of years. You think if the government takes away our guns, where all of a sudden then stop killing? That's not how it fucking works. Look at the fucking UK. See how many stabbings they have? They also had an issue in like 2017 or whatever about throwing acid in people's faces. You think taking away guns is going to change something? Really? Not only that, right? There was a clip of Charlie. He was making a comparison, right? He was making a comparison of having a gun to protect yourself, but a small amount of people dying, compared to not having a gun to protect yourself and more people die. Of course, you're gonna choose the lesser evil, some idiots on fucking Twitter clip that out of context, saying that he's an advocate for people dying. I feel like there's a limit to being that ignorant. That's just like willful ignorance. Being such a fucking idiot on the internet. Alright? Saying whatever you can on the internet to get clicks. It's disgusting. But this shit. People want sympathy for Charlie Kirk's incident, but him and his supporters never showed sympathy for those pushing to fix gun laws after countless school and mass shootings. Now he's becoming another example of why gun laws are needed, and this is brutal truth in America. Bitch. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Alright? If anything, we need some kind of psychological reform. We need to help people who are mentally disturbed and prevent them from doing shit like this. You don't think people people who one day, right, decide to plan this shit to go to an elementary school, to go to any kind of school, and kill children are fucking disturbed in some way? Do you think taking away guns is gonna fix that? How much of a fucking idiot can you be? But no, these are the type of people to parrot what everybody else says, and they don't actually think. They don't have any. They don't have any cognitive thinking, no independent thought. Yeah. Right? People kill people. When you have people in the population who are so mentally disturbed that they would perform acts of terrorism against their own people, against their children. No remorse. They just plan this shit. And in the end, they end up killing themselves. And you think gun reform is gonna fix that? Check this shit. According to Charlie Kirk's logic, his death is his own fault, not the shooters. And this is apparently a tweet from Charlie. The deaths of women and children in Gaza are the fault of Hamas, not Israel, just like the deaths of Japan during World War II were the fault of Japan, not America. When a government engages in unprovoked murderous aggression, they are blamed for everything that results. Did he lie? Did he lie? When you go into war, obviously you're going to be taking the consideration of how it's going to affect your citizens. And you're taking a risk. And you know that your citizens are going to be affected when you go into war. Hamas is a terrorist organization. Alright? They're at war with Israel. And they don't care that it affects their own people. But then again, these people, they don't have any independent thought. They only go with whatever trend is popular right now. And look at this stupid bitch. This stupid bitch. You sit for wishing death on someone, Charlie Kirk. Taking this fucking clip out of context. This is the clip I was talking about. Come on, because
I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent.
And of course, she only put a 13-second clip. They didn't put the full context. These people made me fucking sick. These people made me fucking sick.
My
fucking
opinion,
disgusting.
Advantaged in giving this asymmetrical.
And Asman, I agreed. I usually agree with Asman, right, when he talks about stuff like this.
And giving this asymmetrical, in my opinion, advantage to left-wing people to fully and with complete freedom practice genuine terrorism on a daily basis, and then, congratulate each other about how moral and how good they are for doing it because something bad that happened in Palestine or something bad that Donald Trump did 3 years ago. This is just simply a response. This is what's going to happen. And so, and I think that that's probably what it's going to take for these left-wing people to realize what a bad idea what they've been doing is. Because until it starts happening to them, until they start having people that are their friends, or their like icons that they look up to, the same way people looked up to Charlie Kirk, until they start seeing those people get killed, I don't think it's really going to be real for them. And unfortunately, I think that's the path that we're headed down because of the government and social media companies and every other seemingly governmental apparatus that has just completely hand-waved this problem and ignored it entirely. So the death of Charlie Kirk and the assassination of him should not come as a surprise to anyone. This should be something that everybody could have expected. All you had to do is read Twitter for an hour and you could have told me this would have happened, of course. Same with Reddit. And until that core problem is addressed, you will continue to see a rapid decline in any type of social discourse. And I'm actually kind of afraid to see what's going to happen next, because I think it's just going to continue getting worse, and I don't see the reason for it to stop.
I don't know what's going on with these people, man. These people, they're sick. They're sick. They're the same type of people that would go to these schools, would take a gun, go to these schools and kill children. All right? They need to be mentally evaluated. They need therapy. They need to deal with your own trauma. Because they're, damn, what do you call it? It's not deflection. They're projecting is what I want to say. They're projecting their own trauma, right? And their issues onto other people. All right? Because they have internal issues that they don't want to look at, that they don't want to deal with. And it's disgusting. That's pretty much all I wanted to come on and talk about, because this was a lot. I felt it was really numb. I went really numb hearing about this. Yeah. And these people on Twitter are fucking disgusting, all right? Celebrating the death of someone, all right? He didn't even do anything. All he did was speak, all right? He was truthful to himself. He spoke about his opinions, and he got him killed. All right? All right? We can't tell me that there's nothing admirable about Charlie Kirk being able to speak his own opinions. And this is what it got him. We should be that way. Because this is a lot of the free. This is America. All right? That's what we're known for, is our freedom of speech. All right? We're not known for this communist bullshit, this Nazism, all right? Where people are so comfortable, right, to kill and call for people's death off of a fucking disagreement. People make me sick. Sick. See what
They go,
Ethan
oh,
has to
Ethan was
say. I
talking
haven't seen
bad
his
about
clip.
Luigi. How much has he changed? That was my point. He went out and murdered this guy, right?
Yeah, what did Luigi did? What did Luigi do? He just killed this dude. And how does that change anything? All that's gonna change is this healthcare CEO is just gonna get replaced by the next rich guy. How is it gonna fix anything? How is murder the answer? You tell me. Eh? How is it the answer? Luigi didn't do shit. You know what he did? He was a fucked up, mentally deranged piece of shit that went out and killed somebody on the street. And then that gave other fucking lunatics, right, that don't value the sanctity of human life, that encouraged them to do shit like what they did to Charlie. So was it worth it? Now, I'm not going to defend the CEO's actions, okay? Insurance is really fucked up. I pay for my own insurance. All right, I'm never gonna fill up my deductibles. I'm not. All right. And my goal, see, the healthcare system isn't fucked up, but killing a CEO, right, for that shit, how does that change anything? And Luigi, he seems like a really smart kid, man, but I know some people, you get really frustrated, right? But what he did was not the answer.
Changed. Not a single fucking thing changed. That's not how we enact change.
Nope. Everybody moved
And
on.
so-
We stopped talking about him.
I wouldn't recommend watching the video, but for me, it
It did him
It's
dirty.
terrifying.
It really did. It is. You can't even speak our opinion without getting killed on the street. And this
Like
is
it's
what
such a
people were scared of. Alright, being canceled, being fucking killed in the street. That's why so many people on the internet tippy-toe over stuff and they don't say what they actually mean because of shit like this.
Fine moment for everybody.
But we're not doing great. Oh. We're not doing great. Charlie Kirk died.
And to understand this is what we've come to, and I can't help but think about the poor wife, you know.
Kids. Yeah, we've all been scared. Some of us have been looking into getting our concealed license permit.
Yeah.
But seeing it like that definitely made it more realistic and very scary.
These people
I've
on the internet are
avoided
fucking
watching
sick,
the video,
man.
but
Celebrating this
I
shit.
heard Ethan's reaction when he saw it. I was like, I knew that was something
I was
you don't
speechless
see
for a
every
while.
day.
I was brought.
Something has to change, man. All right, people can't keep calling on for dads, and wait, our society is like right now we're too desensitized to shit like this. We gotta take shit like this way more seriously. He didn't commit no crime, nothing. He just had an opinion. He just went out and wanted to share his opinion, and someone decided to kill him over that. That's why you have so many people tippy-toeing over this shit. People who say to it what they don't. People who keep their true opinion to themselves and are uncomfortable with saying what they mean.
I was brought to tears then because it's. I don't know. I don't think I need to explain it anymore. But I hope people take this seriously.
Some sick shit, man. Some really sick shit. Oh my god. Let's hear what this
Distraught.
retard thinks
In fact,
now.
I-
This fucking
Charlie
idiot.
Kirk is dead. He got shot at an event that he was hosting in Utah. And I am sad, distraught. In fact, I just cried on my live stream in front of 250,000 people. My goal in this video is to tell you why I feel this way. If you want to end gun violence, it is something that you can never celebrate. It is always disgusting, always vile, and always abhorrent. It should come as no shock to yourself when I tell you that I think Charlie Kirk was a bad person. I've made that very clear over the last year, but does that mean I think he deserves to lose his life? No. Does that mean I think his 2 young children, who were in attendance at the event where he was shot, deserve to watch their father die? No. Does that mean I think they deserve to grow
Whoa,
up with...
a reasonable opinion from Dean Withers. What a fucking shocker. He's right though. You know, I never thought I would agree with what Dean Withers is saying, but He's
That
right
one.
in that
does
regard.
that mean I think that his wife, who was also there, deserved to lose her husband? No. And honestly, if you answered yes to any of those questions, there's a very clear line drawn between me and you. I don't want your support, and I don't support you either. We as a collective need to end gun violence, and if that phrase is a negotiable for you, I believe that you're in the wrong. My thoughts and prayers go out to Charlie Kirk's friend.
You fucking idiotic twat. How is gun violence going to fix anything? How's it going to fix anything? We're still gonna have crazy ass individuals who are willing to kill other people. How does that fix anything? We need mental health reform. And we need more security at schools. I don't know what to tell you. Do you know what they do in fucking Chicago? Don't teenage boys take guns to school and they walk around the streets with guns? We need mental health reform and more security at schools. Alright, cause those hall monitors ain't gonna cut it. Those hall monitors ain't gonna do shit. They're not gonna cut it. Alright? Gun reform ain't gonna do nothing. Alright? Look at the UK. They took away their guns, and what are they doing? They're shanking the fuck out of each other. Alright? Throwing acid in each other's faces. The people have been killing for thousands of years. What, you think they weren't killing before guns were invented? Gun reform ain't gonna fix shit. Alright? If anything, people need guns to protect themselves from people with guns. Alright? If you take guns away from the populace, how are people who are illegally smuggling them in, right? How are you going to defend after them? You're not going to be able to do shit. We need mental health reform. There's too many fucking freaks online who are desensitized to death, and one day they're so fucking unhappy with their lives and they want to fucking kill themselves, they start to plan mass murders. Guns don't kill people. Oh, people kill people. People kill people. Alright, you give guns to people, they're the ones that decide what to do with them. I feel so bad for his family, man. I feel so bad for his family. That's why people in the general populace should be able to have access to guns, Oak. Cause criminals are always gonna have access to guns. Who's smuggling bitches into Mexico, whatever the fuck they gotta do to have guns. And regular people need to have guns to protect themselves from people with other guns. And if you take guns away, right? We still have weapons. People will find a way. That's not gonna stop people from killing. Yeah, I do. I also believe in the Second Amendment. Dude, he got shot in his neck. All he did was speak in, and he got shot. And the shooter is still at large. That dude needs to be captured and given the death penalty immediately. Alright? For putting the public into harm and for killing Charlie or assassinating him because of their opinion he has. It's disgusting shit. Disgusting shit. That's all I wanted to come here and talk about. I needed to get this out of my system. I usually don't bring politics onto this channel, but this shit has me so shocked. I needed to put it out there. And writing it down, I needed to speak about it. Writing it down wasn't gonna cut it for me. I needed to talk about it. So it's really fucked up. Really fucked up. But I'm fed up. I'm gonna end stream right here.